What's up, YouTube? It's me, Artist and MC, coming at you on a Friday night, heading home from a long day of work. Still on call, so basically seeing how close I can actually get to my bed before getting called back. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. And I don't know why this motherfucking bank behind me surrounded with these bright ass lights would go nowhere. Nothing but space on this road. This motherfucker wanted to just stay behind me. Bright ass goddamn lights. Anyway, I was reading some comments in my comment section on some of the videos and some of the stuff that's being said about She-Hulk and just some other thoughts that I had going through my mind. It didn't really fit for a PMDM since it is mostly geek stuff, and the PMDMs are for just things outside of geekdom. So I figured I'd talk about it with you guys instead of just sitting here rolling along thinking about it. First one is, I really think I'm tired of repeated talk points from people. I don't know how to explain this and not sound like an asshole. It discouraged the very engagement that I want, but I understand we all watch a lot of different content creators and stuff. But when you come to one of our comment sections and you're just repeating something another content creator said, you are not actually leaving a comment. You're not. You're leaving somebody else's review. In someone else's comment section of someone else's review. It's pretty much what it comes down to. I get tired of hearing the same shit over and over again. Like, look, I watch a lot of content creators. Why? See where I can improve and to make sure I'm not saying anything like anybody else. Make sure we're not just being repeating each other. Right? But what I don't do is go back and just repeat whatever they said out of my mouth and stick my chest with it. It's silly to me. That's like plagiarism without writing. I remember a while back when we were doing the Dune stuff, a guy came in my comment section and he wanted to leave his review of the movie in my comment section. And I never responded to that shit. Never responded to that comment. So I thought it was abjectly rude. You come in the comment section of somebody else's review and then want to write your whole review on the movie. No. Can I drop a link to my review? Do I know you? Do you support my channel? I don't. I really don't get where people get this shit. Like they don't understand this shit. Like how abjectly rude that it fucking is. You have nothing to say on my review other than can you leave a link for your review in my comment section. You don't support my channel. You don't donate a like or anything. What else do you say besides nothing to that? There is no response from it. So when I do read comments, and I read all my comments, I do. You don't think I'm discouraging people from leaving comments. I just want Like BGS said one time, he wanted a better class of troll. Have an actual comment that's from you. Is one thing. Have a comment that comes from you. You know how you know it comes from you? Because it's how you speak. Your verbiage, your lexicon. Yes, we all use English, but we don't all use English the same way. We don't all use the same words to describe the same phenomenon. We don't. It's the beauty of being individual people. We don't even talk at the same tempo. So I shouldn't read something and saying it's your comment and it's beat by beat exactly somebody else's review. Okay, you saw it. Awesome. I saw it too. Do you have anything to add to that? What are your thoughts? That's just, I don't know. That's what I always learned in school. It doesn't matter, necessarily where you get the information from, but when you speak on the information, it has to come from you. So you can research and do all the rest of that, look at books and stuff like that, but you cannot sit down and deliver a report on something. The report is just every paragraph plagiarized from someplace else. That's not a report. It's not showing that you actually understood the information at all or had anything of yourself to put in on it. It just means like probably want a cracker, you're just good at repeating shit. So that just irks me a little because I believe people are better than that. Everybody has a goddamn brain, and everybody can use it. It's just what they choose to use it on. And that's what I try to do. I try to get you to engage your brain, look a little deeper than the surface, and pull out what you saw about it, not what everybody else saw about it. Who gives a fuck what everybody else saw? I had boy Black Bane sent me a video message yesterday after he watched the She-Hulk show. He was going in. He was pissed. He was pissed. He likes the Hulk. He's a big black dude, buff, works out. I mean, the motherfucker couldn't be the Hulk. If there was ever a black Hulk, he could be that shit, right? And he was pissed off. And he sent me the shit he said he had to say about it. Basically, his review of it. You know what his review did? His review made me laugh. Why? Because it's how he talks. It's him. It wasn't Rob's review. It was him. It was his review. And his review was funny because he uses language differently than Rob does. And I'm saying Rob just as an example, not for any other reason. But that's why I'm entertained by Sam's point of view, because that's what he gives me every time. He gives me his thoughts on what he saw, what he liked and didn't like, because it's to him. And I can tell it's from him because I know him. I know how he talks. I know his verbiage. I know his lexicon. I know his word usage. Got that down. And that's what makes me laugh every time I hear this shit. Because I know that's him. So what did I do? I gave him my responses to the stuff that he was saying, and then I sent him my review. And what did I get back from him? Another video message from him about what he got from what I said. And this is where the conversation comes in, where you're having counteracting some that might be similar, but you also got counters. Things like, oh, well, I didn't see that. Now we're having a conversation. Now we are both geeks watching this material and breaking down and digesting this material and turning it over and seeing what we see. Now, just looking at it, damn, she was green. Yeah, she was green. So that's it. I don't know. Far be it for me to actually 100% worry about being an asshole, because I know what that shit means. But dig deeper. Come from yourself. It's all well and good you watched the review. Awesome. Now, what do you think? I understand it's a very difficult thing to do nowadays because television and stuff like that only wants you to have your review of have somebody else's idea and view of whatever media you take. So I try to get my review done as quick as possible when I can. I do. Because I go ahead and put my shit out there, and it's out there, and you know. I didn't hear anybody say shit. I said what the fuck I said. And that was it. That's why I like doing them live. Because you get just as fresh as it's coming to me. Right off the dome. And sit down with 4 people to talk about it. I didn't do any of that shit. I gave it to you just like I saw it, just like I was looking at it. And I find it interesting when after I do something like that, and then I listen for the rest of the reviews to come out, what gets picked up and where. And then who does every other reviewer basically informally quote. I guess I'll start saying the shit in Spanish. We'll have to look at those channels too. What up, no one? Can't even read that. I'm fucking tired. You can get caught up in YouTube. The original thought is often non-existent. I've done it. Yeah, because in the race for clicks and views, things that sound like it's the most catchy is the shit that people repeat the most. And then you're only choosing who you like hearing the shit from. My buddy Ron will call it the second guy in, right? Second guy in phenomenon, right? Where the first person could come in and tell you, hey, don't step over there because it's hot. You won't listen to that first person because you think, what the fuck does he know? Second guy comes along and you know this guy a little bit more. He says, hey, man, don't step over there. It's hot. He said, oh, thanks, man. You saved my life. You're listening to the second guy because you're biased to him. You're not listening to the first guy because you don't know who the fuck he is. That's your bias coming out. And it's the second guy in is always right. Even if he said exactly the same thing that the first guy said. That's that confirmation bias thing. It's like two women sharing the same dick. Why do you think they're sharing the same dick? Because the first woman said it was good, and the second one wanted to try it and see if she was right. And now they both know. The second one wouldn't even tried it if the first one wouldn't have told her something about it. That first one might not have tried it if she hadn't heard her girlfriend. Might have thought about trying once or twice. Damn, it's late. All comments. Eyes are tired. Screens. But here is a take after watching She-Hulk with my wife and seeing her reaction. Is She-Hulk episode a WW fantasy turning into a BW? I have to see a picture of Jessica Gao to see what she looks like. With a name like Gao, I'm thinking she's some kind of Asian or Filipino, right? And then I'm going to look into where she's from, how old she is, and where she's from. I'm pinning her as a millennial, so I'm not giving her really over 36, right? But then I want to see where she's from, because a lot of the stuff I saw in the show, to me, was low-key digs at black men. A lot of low-key digs at black men. And that whole little feminist speech that everybody jumped onto after the fact that was so cringeworthy was just that. It was a response. My boy JT said it best in his review to me of the show. He saw that shit, that speech, as like being directed towards black men. Because when you look at it, it's like, oh, well, I can be killed. Like, bitch, who killing you for disagreeing? So you was in more danger and got more reason to be angry than a black man. And my buddy Joe was more pissed off about that because my boy Joe is a black man. And that kind of shit does make him angry. That's why his review was nothing that anybody had actually said. Because it's hitting on shit that he actually thinks something about. Now, mind you, he's a writer, so he had a lot to say. We'll talk about it Sunday. But that's what it was. He saw it as a message to black folks. And I thought about what he said. I said, yeah, it could work that way, because some of the other stuff that I saw in the show was just, black men being scared and all the rest of this shit. I was like, she low-key trying to throw it at black dudes, ain't she? Because you see the dude that She-Hulk ended up taking home got a lot of melanin in him. He ain't too light, is he? He got a lot of melanin. And, the whole death by snoo thing, shout out to Artie Ibmore for throwing that out there about She-Hulk, because now everybody used that shit. You know what? It hurt it. Came and got it out the salad bar. So I'm really curious to see the other episodes to see how much more of this low-key black man mischaracterization goes on. Because how I look at things, I look at that. That is something that I pay some attention to, being a black man. That's why if I say something in a review about the She-Hulk show and the writer being a low-key racist or something like that, I don't think that'll get repeated unless I said it in a different way. to where there was no color involved in it. Because that's what makes it my review. She has the strength to challenge the Hulk, then overpowers him with her emotional logic, and she gave a lot of "You ain't my daddy" speeches. She gave a lot of just what I said. Anything you can do, I can do better. And I'm more angry than you are. How? Because you get whistled at? I can tell you something right now that nobody has mentioned in all their reviews. Right? What up, JT? I was just talking about you. Just talking about you and your review of She-Hulk. But I'll tell you something ain't nobody else mentioned in this shit because they didn't hear it from anybody else to repeat it. Why was the Hulk low key gay for Tony Stark in this shit? Am I the only one who saw this? That he was kind of, oh, I kind of miss Tony, and yeah, we carved our names on the bar like one under the other. The fuck was y'all doing there at the Gamma Lab? Fucking? Are y'all trying to say that Tony Stark and Bruce Banner was low key bisexual? Because that's the way that shit is playing. That shit has been bothering me since I watched the episode. Like, that seemed kind of Gathoy, man. That seemed very Gathoy. And a lot of you motherfuckers won't know what Gathoy means, so I'm waiting to see who pick it up and use the shit. Because I'm not telling you the definition till later. Yeah, Death Racer, that shit was sussed in a motherfucker. Just the way he was rubbing the name and shit like that. It's like, nigga, y'all was fucking, huh? Like, Pepper was mad and Tony was hard up and drunk, huh? So you had your way with him? So does that make Banner the bottom? Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, that's Science Bros. Look, Science Bros is one thing. I give them Science Bros, right? I give them colleagues and Science Bros, but you understand that what women writers love to do is any two guys who have a relationship together and they cool as friends, they turn that shit gay. They try to give it some kind of gay overtones. They try to imply that something else other than this is my homeboy and we could be close like you and your girlfriend can be close. Something else got to be happening. Like, y'all ever touch each other dicks? The fuck is you talking about? Hell nah. We friends. We not gay. The fuck is wrong with people? Just because you and your girlfriend will fall down on each other don't mean me and my homeboy gonna be doing that. Oh, hell no. That shit was, look, that shit looked hella Gathoy. And so when Jen is sitting up there at the bar carving her name in the shit too, I'm like, so what, everybody coming to the lab now and carving their name in the table? Or what? You didn't see her carve her name above Bruce Banner's or below Tony Stark's, did you? She started her own shit somewhere else. So why the fuck is Bruce Banner and Tony Stark's names one on top of the other? That's a subliminal prime, okay? That's a subliminal message. A psychological prime. And the way he all emoting and shit, and I'm like, all right, bro. All right. All right. Yeah, and Tony sitting there drinking with Bruce, bitching about Steve like they some he just broke up or some shit. What? That sound like the most suspect shit ever. Was y'all sitting there lighting firecrackers out your ass too? Stroking his head. It's okay. It's okay, Tony. Just let it all out. Is that what was going on too? That shit is hella suspect, dude. Now tell me you heard another reviewer point that shit out. Tell me. And now you just heard it. When you start hearing, if you hear it tomorrow, you know where it came from. Yeah, he want to fuck Cap. Look, this whole thing with this writer being fixated on if Captain America fucked or not is really kind of sus too. Like, what the fuck difference does it make? He died a virgin. So what? You know what? When everybody got dusted, a lot of motherfuckers died as virgins. Black Panther, maybe Okoye, fucking Falcon, maybe. Spider-Man, definitely. Wanda, maybe. Because Vision ain't a real boy, okay? A lot of motherfuckers, look, Ned, MJ, a lot of people died virgins when they got dusted. So what? What fucking fixation do you have about if Captain America fucked or not? That's so stupid. That's not even fangirl shit. That's just, look, man, there's a certain segment of people. I do this shit for fun when I make jokes about comic book characters having sex and shit like that, right? That's just for fun. That ain't nothing I spend a lot of time thinking about. I probably spent less than 30 seconds thinking about it, figuring out how I can make a joke out of that shit. And then moved on. This bitch thought about this enough to put it into a show and have this character fixated on that shit. Well, I need to know. Oh, I gotta play drunk to know. Was he a virgin? Fucking difference do it make? Do you want to fuck him? I mean, really? That is so fucking base. That is like the lowest form of fucking intellect. Yeah, Artie Idmore, I heard that too, because what's his name? What? Little Platoon. He called his ass. He said that Wanda lost her vibrator, which is basically what he was. Well, that's the shit I mean. Jen fixated on Cap because she want to hook up. Yeah, she want to fucking hook up. And any of us who read the She-Hulk books, we know She-Hulk is one of the biggest sleuths on the Avengers, dude. She'll bang anybody. Almost anybody. And fucking with Hawkeye because he always hit the spot. Can't miss. That shit was ridiculous, right? But some of the other bullshit that she was saying just, it just fell flat. I heard one of my friends, Kevin from Starfleet, he said he laughed at the show, and I was driving home at the time, and I'm like, really? I really was curious what he fucking laughed about watching that show. But I was all into my own little mental revelry to not even ask him about that shit. It was like, okay, maybe some other time. Because I didn't feel like hearing that shit right now. I really didn't. I had my own things in my own head that I was thinking about. Yeah, sex dolls in a Disney movie. Well, look. Anybody who's read comics and understood that Vision is not a real boy and his girlfriend was Wanda, soon as you saw them in an Infinity War in the hotel room, you know what the fuck was going on? He was vibrating in that shit. He was becoming intangible all up in her, or as hard as he needed to be, all up in her. What else we talking about? Nobody thought of that shit? Dude, when I read comics and was understanding that Vision and the Scarlet Witch was together, that means she was fucking a robot. But I've seen Heavy Metal, so I wasn't that freaked out about the shit. It's just what it was. It's like, okay, well, he can be harder than any man on earth. Awesome. Wanda Freaky. That's why it was always really, really like funny to me when she actually had kids and had to convince the bitch, y'all ain't really got kids. No shit. How the hell you think you got some Vision babies? What, did you shit out some batteries? BGS said it's white woman's humor. Yeah, yeah. Tripping over the line on the fence riding. Uh, white woman humor. That's what it sounded like to me. Because in one sense, she got Jennifer Walters running from guys like she's just afraid of men altogether, like she been abused before or some shit like that. Even though they just saying hello, like that was a dangerous situation all of a sudden. No, you dressed out there like a hoe. You in danger of probably catching a date, motherfucker. and and then later she fixated on Captain America's ass and who he put his dick in the first time. Like, I don't even think Steve Rogers worried about that. I really don't. And that whole joke kind of flies in the face of what was said in Winter Soldier when Black Widow and Captain America are talking and she's giving him shit about how he kissed her. And it's like it was his first kiss since whenever because he didn't get laid. He hadn't been laid. That was in current times when they were having that conversation. So you mean to tell me he had sex with some chick on the USO show and she didn't slap one on his ass? Yeah, right, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. He's been kissed before. If I remember correctly, in Captain America the First Avenger, he got kissed by the chick that was working in the what is it, SSA or whatever? She was working down there at the desk. She kissed him. So it wasn't his first fucking kiss. So what? I wouldn't give a shit if Captain America was banging everybody. Whatever. The nigga been frozen in ice. He got some time to catch up for. And he's a super soldier. So you know what that means. You getting it in, boy. That shield be banging. Have a chick positioned on the shield. Ass on the shield, legs up. He gonna give you America's pride and joy. See if we can get some of this serum. See if we can transmute this shit. Artificial womb is here. Already more goofy as shit. She does use chaos magic. She probably made him a magic dick, dude. No one. If you want to be real about it. Yeah, heavy metal. Yeah, you got to watch the movie again. There you go. Heard anybody make that parallel between WandaVision and heavy metal? No. Go back and watch that shit. Lochnar. Skate the super soldiers. Yep. First kiss with the tongue. Yeah, she threw it on his ass. I don't even think he was old enough for that shit. Gotta remember, Steve Rogers, how old was he? 18, 21? I don't remember how old he was. All he did is get a grown man body. So what am I watching? Big with Tom Hanks? The motherfucker got turned into a grown man, but mentally he's still a kid, and grown women is just doing shit to him because they turned on like, oh shit, he hot. I'm just gonna take it. Like, goddamn, dude. Look, the chances of him being a virgin, especially being at war, might be kind of slim. Because, there's some fondue to be done. Even though he had his eye on Peggy, might have got her, her niece, Agent 13. She might have got a piece, Sharon. Yeah. She was trying to share something with him. But who cares? The fact that shit made it into a script for a TV show as the biggest joke in the stinger after credit scene, that was so fucking juvenile. I was not even impressed by that. I heard some reviewer talk, oh, they finally dropped the F-bomb in the MCU. That wasn't a fucking F-bomb. That was just an F implied. No bomb. That was an F fizzle. Because a F-bomb is actually saying, fuck. Captain America fucks. No shit. He was fucking up Chitauri. God damn, he was fucking up Nazis. Oh, he probably fucked Peggy when he got back in time. Shit, he hung out for a good long time. So what? You want to be in, you want to actually ask some questions about some shit and make a joke. Why don't you find out if your cousin fucked Wanda Maximoff? I mean, not Wanda Maximoff, but Black Widow. Why don't you ask him if he fucked her? And how did she keep him from going into a rage and getting all rage filled? What did she do? Did she say, "Sun's getting mighty low, big guy," while she was riding on top of him? Is that how that shit worked? Is that how she came up with that little gem? If you really want to be questioning some shit, your cousin right there, why don't you ask him who the fuck he been fucking? Because I can tell you this, I was gonna mention this shit Sunday. Um, that spaceship showing up in this shit, yeah, they were showing up to serve him with some court papers for child support. Why don't you figure out if in the 2 year span of the Hulk being on that other planet, Sakaar, how many chicks he was fucking? Because Banner was in the, like he said, Banner was in the trunk. Okay. Hulk was not in the trunk. And you see, Hulk had his own spot. He even knew Valkyrie. So ask him, did he fuck Valkyrie? Ask him if he fucked Valkyrie. They seem to have a really close relationship, like playing around and shit. Did he fuck Valkyrie? Did Hulk smash? Did Hulk smash Valkyrie in Black Widow? I'm curious. I'm curious to know. He was a gladiator. Got that toxic masculinity, that radioactive masculinity. Come on, you don't think so? Come on, man. Them motherfuckers are showing up with child support papers. You just got served, Bruce Banner of Earth. You have been served. You better show up in child court on Sakaar. You have been served. Yeah, he in the rears. No, he in the rears like a motherfucker. That's why he came looking for her. Tell me that shit didn't look like it was the police cruiser. With the blue and gold in a galactic child support department. Bruce ain't hooked up. Remember Incredible Hulk? His heart rate, Betty was all set. Yeah, he left Liv Tyler hanging. You fucked up, dude. You should at least tried to fucking that movie. He ain't fuck Betty. That's yeah. So Hulk probably still on one. That's why he stay angry all the time. Motherfucker got all that pent up frustration. Or if you follow this writer's goofy ass, maybe he was kind of gay for Tony. You never know. They keep trying to make these male characters gay. That's why fucking Thor is giving lovingly long and leers at fucking Star-Lord because he kind of gay for Star-Lord. I'm like, oh my God, could you quit? Every fucking show? There's two male characters in there. One of them got to be kind of gay for the other one. Oh my God, dude. Why don't you just make a gay character? North Star is out there. Y'all bringing in the mutants. Throw his ass out there. Fuck. So stupid with this shit. Everybody needs some representation, and everybody needs to make their own shit. That was an EDC. No, it was an ED. He didn't want to turn into the Hulk, and he couldn't get it out. Because they had made that ED joke on him more than once. That was that whole shit in fucking Infinity War when he couldn't change. And Tony is like, well, dude, you're embarrassing me in front of the wizards. Was he not talking to him like that was his girl? Like, nigga, what the fuck you doing? You supposed to be I'm trying. Yeah, just hang back. Dude, I know two gay men. I know two gay white men. Sound like they conversation. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. I don't see Tony being the bottom. I really don't. I don't see Tony being the bottom. And he got all the armor and tech and shit. Okay. Hulk got smashed. Hulk got smashed with that with that jackhammer fist with that jackhammer fist armor. That's why he was so happy to jump in that Hulk Buster armor. That's how it got busted. That's how the Hulk got busted in the back with that hammer hand. Oh shit! I think I just figured it out. He is gay. Oh, y'all better not let that be so. Oh, you gonna piss off a whole legion of fucking geeks with that shit. Yeah, Bruce Banner is gay. Like what? What? Yes, in the MCU, he always wanted Tony. Oh my god! So he was mad that his hand was all gimped up. He couldn't jerk off no more. He couldn't use the stranger hand. What's up, brother Artisan? I just finished the first episode of She-Hulk, and it's okay, I guess. That healing factor, which healed the Hulk's arm, is a mystery to me. Um, the Hulk always has a healing factor. The Hulk, the Hulk heals. The Hulk heals. That's just what it is. The Hulk heals like it almost instantaneously. That's why I'm just giving them a little bit of leeway with this. I use the Infinity Gauntlet and fuck my arm up. That level of power, I'm fine with him not healing instantaneously from that shit. I'm fine with that. He was healing already. Cool. He got some shit from his cousin and it helped him heal quicker. Cool. Similar but different genetics. Cool. They ain't brother and fucking sister, they cousins. Okay? Two different people fucked to make her. Other than the two people who fucked to make Bruce. Little different. Her transmission of getting gamma is different, which means she should have some different abilities than he does. She should. It's different. I was gonna say this was Sunday, but I'll tell you now. See who picks this shit up. The reason why it's different, and I don't have a problem with her saying that her shit is different, is that Bruce was bombarded with gamma radiation. His body, his cells, right? Through his skin into his body. Microwaved his ass, right? It's in him. That's a little different. Situation that he was in was kind of different. Jennifer got it from blood, from Bruce's blood getting into her bloodstream. That makes it a completely different way that she took on the gamma radiation. She got the gamma already mixed in blood that mixed with hers. That's why I'm more willing to accept her being able to change her transformations as Bruce cannot unless he's angry. Because if you take the traditional comic book version of how he got his powers, he was in a fucking explosion. Now, outside, if you got caught out in an atomic gamma explosion, besides yelling fuck, I'm going to die, what would your other emotion be? You would be fucking angry. You got gamma irradiated. When he gets angry, he turns into this gamma thing. The marriage of emotion and this thing together, right? Fine with that. Jennifer got a blood transfusion. The comic, so she was laid out. She was calm as shit. And got a transfusion of irradiated blood. It's already passed through one barrier. It's part of who he fucking is now. And she got it passed into her in a really passive way. Makes sense to me that if, because it's in her bloodstream, like fucking Carnage is tied into Cletus Cassidy's blood, you're going to be a little bit different. You got a different control over your shit because it is now, it didn't have to go through your skin to get into your bloodstream. It's just in your bloodstream. So sure, you should be able to morph your outside a little bit. That's why she has control, and it doesn't take her being angry to do it. She wasn't angry when she got the shit. So I'm fine with that. That's how, excuse me, I rationalize how this shit works. So her in the show saying, "Oh, but I'm different," I don't have a problem with that shit. Her body metabolized it differently. She got gamma from blood, not from an explosion or whatever. He got it completely different. He shot the shit into himself. Okay, fucked up. So that's why I'm saying I'm fine with that and why her blood would help him heal differently. Because once that blood got into her cut, what did you think it started doing? It started healing her. Her blood should have a little bit of more healing properties. Also because her genetics is different. So it mixed with her blood and became something else. That's my understanding of how I rationalize that shit, of how it could work. His chakra was blocked. Yeah, he was pissed off. You would think her way diluted her powers. Um, I could see that Death Racer, that her powers could be a little diluted, but that's also why I think she's not as strong as the Hulk. She's not. She can be as strong as like his base and get little bit more, but she's not as strong as the Hulk. That's why I'll give her being more nimble because she's in a smaller frame and her muscles is different. She's not big and bulky like the Hulk is. It's not a fucking mountain with feet. Maybe it's a little spire, a little obelisk with feet. She just got drops of blood. Okay, Death Racer, we all black folks in here, do we need to go over the one drop rule? Do we really need to go over the one green drop of blood rule? One is all it takes. It circles your fucking system and starts altering your body. You good after that. Couple of drops, she had an open wound. That shit was leaking. That motherfucker was leaking. Shit, he was a quart low. Shit. Her new ability is to give the clap multiple times. I thought that was kind of cool because her hands are not as big as his. So if in a sense of the butterfly effect or the sound of thunder, yeah, multiple claps could make a sonic echo. Okay, fine. I don't give a fuck about that. They didn't give her the thunderclap, so I'm happy about that. But they gave her, okay, you know, thunderclappings. Okay. It's either that or have her twerking and her booty meat slapping together and doing it. I mean, what the fuck you want? Mind you, I don't hate the She-Hulk character. I like the She-Hulk character. I'm just worried about what this show is going to be. That's why I'm watching the shit. I want it to be funny. I do. I really do want it to be funny. It better be fucking funny in a way that I'm expecting it because it's supposed to be funny, not funny in the way that Thor was. That's not supposed to be fucking funny. Stupid ass Taika Waititi. Goofball. I bet they're going in the direction that Jennifer joins the Fantastic Four. Yeah, I heard that too, Ray Hama. Y'all missed the beginning part of my shit. You got to come with your own commentary. Original thoughts only. If you've ever read Marvel Comics, you already know there's two ways that she goes. A-Force, Fantastic Four. So nobody's saying that shit is predicted anything out of the fucking ordinary. It's all there. Read a goddamn book. A comic book, preferably. Could have done without the femsplaining and the other feminist movement. Yeah, Dr. T, I could have dealt without that shit too. I talked about that shit earlier. That's why I just started ripping into it. I could have dealt without that shit. And Dr. T, you would love Fracture Comics is in here. You love his point on that shit. That her whole little montage was her whole little spiel was basically just going against black men. She is infinitely more angry than he is. Oh, and black men too. I was more on the point of black men was looking really goofy in this shit, all the way through down to the goddamn drawings at the end. Like, damn, We just back to being Sambos and shit, right? Fucking hell. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Joe. Somebody who actually watched movies. Yeah, remember when Dr. Stearns got that banner blood on his head from a head wound? Yeah, you saw his head start growing, right? Well, there's your leader. I'm waiting for him to show up. I've been waiting since Incredible Hulk. Because when I saw Incredible Hulk in the theaters and I saw that shit, I was like, oh shit, the leader. I'm waiting for that shit to show up. So stop bullshit. Just get to it. Just get to it already. It's the same Hulk. So that Dr. Stearns is still out there. Uh, Making the show a missing opportunity to add feminism. Shit, they ain't never missing an opportunity to add feminism. Look, I'm waiting for them to add it to a goddamn milkshake. I can't wait for feminism to be powdered so they can put that shit in your drink at Jamba Juice. That's pretty much what they want. They put the estrogen, powdered estrogen. Like it'll be a boost in your Jamba Juice. Yeah, mix it with soy so you get extra sensitive in your nipples too. Oh man, slide changes. I think we reimagined Wonder Woman's powers well. Dr. T. Dr. T Asani, you baking a review, sir? Are you baking a review? What's up, Ibuki? He said he want real battles. Yeah, because that fight with Titania was goofy as fuck. But look, they was down to what, the last 5 minutes of the show anyway. Okay, they're gonna fight again, obviously. But that shit looked goofy as fuck. Y'all know the feminists loving this Eve song at the end. I love Eve, my Scorpio Eve, but okay. So this is why I'm saying I want to look into this Jessica Gal and see where the fuck she from. She got some black leanings. That's why she talking this crazy shit. That's why she was talking that crazy shit in that interview that came out before the show ever did. Talking about men just want to own women's bodies. No, the fuck we don't. We want to have sex sometimes with your bodies. And then we want your bodies to shut up sometimes. And maybe your body in the hands of your body to, make sandwiches and shit. But no, we don't want to own your fucking body. We got our own body to own. We don't want to own that shit. We just want to borrow it sometimes. Jesus, stop being so fucking hung up on silly shit. Maybe you should figure out, since you so fixated on if Captain America got a piece, maybe you should figure out that how big of a load did he drop the first time he did. Maybe you should figure that shit out. Did it taste like a super soldier or did it taste like a winter soldier? Is my favorite shit right now. Primal is my favorite shit right now. Much rather watch that. Dr. T, you gonna make me watch that damn Primal. I almost did, but I went back to watching Naruto Shippuden. I'm actually got all the way up to. I had to catch up. I never finished that shit. I never finished Shippuden at the Ninja War, so I was missing some shit. Who did I just watch last night? I watched Amui take on the seven ninja swordsmen, and he took on the lightning style chick. I like Amui, dude with the lollipop from the village hidden in the clouds. I like them because they all brothers. Village hidden in the clouds. It's funny, they all really brown skinned dudes. I'm like, wow, is this why they're hidden in the clouds? I want to see them niggas. The Raikage's folks, they look like brothers to me. They kind of dark. Kind of dark. So I'm just saying. Own bodies, hell no. Nah. To marry revisions and software like Windows Vista. Yeah. You watching Assassination Classroom right now, Artie Imore? Yeah, my son said that shit was good. Assassination Classroom. I got 2 anime that I'm going back on right now because I just need something good to watch and entertain myself. I'm watching Naruto Shippuden on, I believe it's Hulu, and then I'm watching Trigun on Prime because I do love my Trigun. So I'm watching my Vash the Stampede to get my anime on. And usually I watch anime on Friday nights because when I had the family thing going on, that's what I did with the kids. Friday nights was anime nights. Friday nights was family night, and we would get to some anime. We'd always get to some anime. So it's Friday. It's late. I want to watch some anime or play some video games. Mostly play video games because I want to kill some people, and it's not necessarily legal to do it. And I like my freedom, so I'm gonna do it on a video game. Then nobody will care. Confusing white men and black men. We don't have the privilege and power. Stop talking to us like we do. Exactly, JT. Exactly, Fracture. They always like doing that shit, trying to put that shit on us. That bullshit patriarch shit. It's like, nigga, that ain't been us. You need to shut up. I'm trying to broad brush everybody with that goofy shit, just so y'all can join the party with them white bitches. You know they gonna kick your ass to the curb as soon as they start cutting checks. Shut up. Stand on your own fucking square with your folks. 91 Days is good. You gotta tell me if y'all gonna recommend a show, you gotta tell me what service it's on so I know where I'm looking for it. Because I'm not gonna keep looking through every fucking thing. It's bad enough. I did that RRR review and I got a hella recommendations of other Hindi movies to watch. I got at least 6 of them that I need to watch. And I gotta find them on some fucking streaming servers. Because some of these people I don't think was in the US that recommended them. So they if you don't know this, their streaming service is a little different. A little bit different. So I have to find the movie somewhere else or see if YouTube got it on there where I can watch it. Because I did watch that what is it? Maga Karana or something like that. Thousand Fists. That shit was kind of funny. It was like 80s gold. It looked like 80s classic 80s shit, but man, my boy Ram Charam, he was kicking ass in that one too. I was like, wow, he was younger here, got the long hair flowing. He was getting the motherfuckers. 100 dudes at a time? Okay, that's the Smith fight. That's the Agent Smith fight. I think Crunchyroll got it. Okay, I'll check Crunchyroll, Death Racer. Film Verve. See, this is the thing. I told you guys before. I'm not trying to keep jumping at 15 different fucking streaming services. I'm not. So I had Verb on one of my old phones. I don't want to download that shit again and eat up memory to watch one fucking movie. Chris did an RRR review and got recommendations and 9K views. Well, isn't that funny? I did one review. I got 2K on the review. Not that I look at the shit, but I don't try to let it affect me. That was cool. Big deal. It's not like it's monetized and I'm getting paid off this shit. But what I did notice is that some other people actually watched the shit. And Dr. T and BGS know what I'm talking about because I sent them the video. Now that motherfucker did a review on the shit because he said people were telling him to watch it and do a review of it, which I thought was really interesting because that means I know what it means. I'm not gonna say it here, but I know what that means, right? So he got 11K on his shit at the time I saw it. So if Chris got 9K, I guess 2 things are true. Their videos look better than mine. It was 12 o'clock at night. I was at work. I was on call. I was just trying to record a video. Yes, it looks like shit. The fuck you want me to do about it? You want the review or did you want it to look beautiful? Damn. The chick cook, clean, do everything you want her to do, but she ain't a 10. You throwing her back? The fuck? My my whole point was to get you to watch the shit. Not to look pretty while I was doing it. I ain't Vanna White, nigga. Spinning old letters. He ain't even paying me for that shit.
But anyway, I'm glad Chris watched that shit too. I got other sites, but I won't put that unless you say so. Damn, Death Race, you got a bunch of sites. Look, I'm looking on the main guys. The main ones I already got because I'm not buying more and paying more memberships on more streaming services. I told y'all, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not letting these motherfuckers get me to paying cable prices for streaming services. Fuck them. Told you, Disney on the bubble with how much they gonna try to rate me this year on my membership that I've had since they started that shit. So I am not enthused about no fucking price hikes, and I'm not enthused about more money going out my pocket for another goddamn streaming service to show me a couple of things that I might want to watch. No fucking way. I'm not for that. I like keeping my money to myself in some ways. I like actually having it and not just having it gone or saying I had it. I would like to have and not say I had. But anyway, my phone died. Check out Artie Ibmore. I know, dude, I have Tubi now. Thank you very much, Artie Ibmore. You the Tubi man. Tubi need to be paying you for real. I'm not fucking with you either. Tubi need to be paying you for that shit. You need to write Tubi a good little email and shoot that shit off to them as much as you recommend Tubi and use it. They need to be giving you a little bit of a sponsorship. Just ask them for the shit. Just tell them, like, look, I talk about Tubi all the time. Fuck with me. Simple. You'd be surprised. My homeboy almost started a whole fucking franchise of nations in Atlanta because he actually sent an email to corporate. He got a response too. They didn't do anything east of the Mississippi. Cool. You don't. You based in the California, the Bay Area. You can only push your shit out so far. That's cool. You ain't got the infrastructure for it. All right. At least we know. Thanks for the response. But yeah, I used Tubi at the shop. I finally logged into there and I found something on there I was watching. It was an older movie and it wasn't on Prime, but it was on Tubi. I was like, oh shit, I have to watch this. I have to watch this right now. It was something from the 90s. I can't remember what the fuck it was. But because of that, I found it on Tubi. I just went ahead and downloaded the fucking Tubi. So you got me, Artie Ibmore. Told you I found it in my time, homie. I took your recommendation. I believed you. It's on my TV. I just don't use it. Because the time that I have to watch TV is usually limited and late. So I'm not just home surfing. So what else I got before I get out of here? Sitting outside my house in my fucking car, and I need to go in the house, eat this hard ass fucking chicken. I'm gonna throw this shit back through the window. Why do I drive off? Never go to, I should say this, never go to a chicken restaurant when they're about to close. I just felt like I needed some protein, so I wanted some chicken. I went all the way to KFC to get some goddamn chicken. They only had legs and wings, and I'm like, all right, that's fine. I get this shit, and it's cold and hard, and I'm pissed off. And on top of that, couldn't get my biscuit wasn't even in there. It's like motherfuckers, you can't even raggedy motherfuckers couldn't even put my biscuit in there. What are they gonna do without his biscuit? Bad enough you ain't had mac and cheese. Shit. Giving me all the white meals. Like the end of the night is when you supposed to be throwing out extra shit. Like, okay, take all this chicken, but cook it. This one piece is salty as fuck. You eating that shit. Throw it out here for one of these stray ass cats. Anyway, y'all quiet in the chat now. What happened? Everybody went to go find Tubi? Yeah, no one. Not the biscuit. Yes, the motherfucking biscuit. The one thing you could have gave me that would have made this chicken not so bad. I'm driving and fishing around in a box. I'm like, where's my fucking biscuit? Where's my biscuit? It was a brother who took my order. I drove to the window and it was a white chick taking my money. But I would assume that there was probably a brother back there working, the pass. Where's my fucking biscuit? But, hearing that Joe Pesci, don't go to the drive-thru. They fuck you at the drive-thru. Yes. You're going to be down the road before you realize you got fucked. Yes. Yes. I was 4 miles away looking for a biscuit in a box, flying down the freeway in the opposite goddamn direction. Mad. Sweet, no tea. Chicken, no fried. Yep. Ham, no burger. These motherfuckers fucked me up, Art. Made me regret that shit. I actually had a debate with myself about going to get that damn chicken. It was like, nope, fuck it. Get it closer to home. And I actually had to argue myself down. It's like, no, it's closer. I want the shit now. Let's just get it here while I'm here. This one's close. It's not closed yet. You wait till you get home. That one down there is going to be closed. I should have fucking waited. Could have had a V8. At least I would have had my goddamn biscuit. That's cold. Joe said, "Go back and burn that motherfucker down." Maybe tomorrow. I'm on call this weekend, so I got to drive back out there sooner or later. And throw this hard ass piece of chicken at their fucking window and see if it break it. But I'm trying to be a peaceful man. I'm trying to be peaceful. All this over a biscuit. Yeah, I just don't know. I have those impulses. Told this to my father. I have those same impulses. The rest of the people in my family got that's crazy as shit. I have the same impulses. I just have one more second in common sense. This is, yeah. But here's the shit that happens afterwards. That's that chess playing for you. What's the moves after this move? Do you want to do all that shit? Nah, not really. All right, fuck it. That's all it is. Same crazy gene, just got a smart gene too. It's like, well, you could do that shit. Then you could also get some time if you don't get away with it. It'll probably be about this much time. And the course of that will get you to losing this, and this. You can still do it if you want to. I'm just saying. Or do you want to make this trade-off? No. Okay. We ain't doing it. The weather is better, right? No more HVAC calls. No one. Still HVAC calls. I had two tonight. And the one I got, the woman was upset because it was 80 degrees in her house and she had the HVAC on to 76 and it didn't get down there to 76. But outside of her house, it was 72 degrees and breezy. She stays on a hill. Do you think she opened her fucking windows? No, she didn't. So I'm out there in the dark fixing an HVAC system. This is the job. You ain't got to like it. You just got to do the shit. They ain't asking me to date it. They're just asking me to do it. Hulking out over a chicken biscuit box. Back on top. No one's stupid. Yeah, it's not worth it. It might be satisfying at the moment, but it's not worth it in the long term. And I try to think a little further than 2 seconds in front of my face. So it is what it is. But that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'll let me know what you thought of the new little intro. I got a Geek Speak intro now. I was trying to work on it. I got an outro too, but I got to delete some stuff off of here so I can put it on there. This fucking StreamYard is looking just like my video game, that my RPG video games I play. character is overburdened, was loaded with shit. I am a fucking digital hoarder. Jesus. But let me see what y'all think it is. Well, there you go. That was the intro. I don't have the outro up here yet. I don't even think I can put it up here right now. It's just gonna tell me that I got too many fucking files on here. I know what it's gonna do. I know what you're gonna do before you do it. But I got gifts I like. That's why it's hard to delete shit. Hard to let it go. Can't throw my Doughboy meme, my gift away. No. Maybe I'll throw the fish away. I like my fish though. This fish has been on here ever since I could put shit up there. I like that fish, that ugly ass fucking fish just popping up like, what? Yeah, I got too many things on here. But the problem is I use almost all of them. Only ones I'm thinking about deleting is either John Favreau, Heavy Mandalorian, or gotta delete the Bill Duke and the Predator. Because they're pretty much the same thing, but one is a black dude and one ain't. But one is sci-fi, one is real world. It's a hard decision, man. Gotta roll with my brothers though. If they'll have me. Yeah, I don't think I have enough space for this one. I probably have to delete one more thing to get that one up there, to get the outro up there. Let's see. Let's see. Yep. Got him. Called me on it. Nope. I gotta delete something, put something on there. Well, that sucks. I don't want to delete it. I want to keep it all to myself. Nope, Gina Carano go stay a little while longer. Yeah, the only thing I could possibly go ahead and get rid of is the fish. And I like the fish, man. I like my fish. Just like a what the fuck moment. What the whoop? Bloop. Shit. One, two, three, four, five. I got 5 Luke Skywalkers on here. I can delete one of these fuckers. I like that one though, because it's the full fight. Creeping in. And I love this behind the back block. So yeah, tough choices. Tough choices all around, homie. I'm catching up on Black Cobra, dude. This fight between Yami and Key Bill Dukes. I'm going to have me some fun. Yeah, always going to have me some fun. That's why I said I can't get rid of the Bill Duke. I can get rid of the Bill Duke. Can't get rid of Mac. Mac with the minigun? No, nigga. That's riding for your homeboys for real. That motherfucker saw his white homeboy dead. That motherfucker took his gun and started cutting the grass. It didn't matter what was out there. Everything caught it after that. Not my homie. Oh, hell no. He was busting by himself. Yeah, Mexican neighborhood. Anyway, I'm getting out of here, you guys. Thank you for showing up. Support the stream if you feel so inclined. Cash App $Artisan MC. I'm gonna get out of here, and I think I'm gonna play some video games because I got me a new McLaren on Gran Turismo that I need to race a little bit. See if Mr. Z around. I want to get in some racing. But thank you guys for coming through. And I don't have an outro, so I got to play this again. Catch you guys next time. Peace.